Well, they can't knock us out. They can't knock us out with their Urshifu. They need Impact Blow. They can't evolve. We have 3 prize cards left. Sordward and Shielbert or Welder. Let's Welder the next turn. Let's get a Sordward and Shielbert for either a discard or extra cards in our hands. So it's a win-win. Oh, they let us get the Crushing Hammer because it's actually a coin flip, and there we go. We didn't flip our heads. Oh well. If they don't use Smash Turn, we can actually knock it out. There we go, we can knock it out now. Finally, no more Golisopod. They could still have more in their deck though. All we need is 2 more prize cards, 2 more prize draws. So we actually got a Dedenne as well. Wow, that's super lucky. So we got Pokemon for Toucannon and a Dedenne. Oh, thank God we have a Toucannon. We have only 2 Toucannons in this deck, and we have 2 prize cards left. They may be in our prize card, that's what I'm afraid of. But thank God they weren't. They need like 2 turns to get another Golisopod. So Loop Cannon. Phew, that was close. Now they need a Maractus. Steam Crush, because we don't want it to be discarding way too many other stuff. We don't have anything to discard anyways in our deck. Nothing useful anymore, probably. Tails, 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 tails. Okay, that's good. Torkoal, come on. Oh my god. What? Are you serious? Looks like we're gonna have to prepare for our Toucannon. We're gonna have to rely on Toucannon now. Loop Cannon does a lot, so let's hope we get a Toucannon fast enough. Or a supporter card or something. Oh my god. This is really bad. Hello everybody, welcome back to Bearware the Terrible. Today we have a new deck in the standard format for you called the Crushing Heat. So in this deck we are featuring our Torkoal V card from Sword and Shield with a Steam Crush attack doing 120 damage and allowing you to discard 2 energy cards from your opponent's active Pokemon. But it is 4 energy attack costs, so we are gonna think about a way of charging it in a single turn, because that is how we're gonna be able to discard your energy fast enough to do enough damage. So this deck is a full energy cutoff deck. We have 4 Crushing Hammers, 3 Torkoal Vs, a lot of ways of charging up our Torkoal V as fast as we can so that we get to discard their energy cards as fast as we can. We even have boss orders to target the right Pokemons so that we get to discard energies from the right Pokemons, from a specific Pokemon on your opponent's battlefield. So that's how powerful this deck is. We are trying to discard energy cards as fast as we can, as much as we can, over and over and over again. So we charge our Torkoal V with our Welder card. We are able to charge it up to 3. For that extra energy, we're going to need our Charging Trumpet ability. So Trumbeak with the Charging Trumpet ability allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like as you evolve Trumbeak onto your Pikipek. So it only works once. That is why we have 1 Scoop Up Net in this deck. We only have 1 Scoop Up Net because we don't actually need to be using a lot of Trumbeak's ability. So we only have 3 Pikipeks and 3 Trumbeaks in this deck because we are not intending on recycling its ability over and over again, because we only need to use up to twice or 3 times of Charging Trumpet to be able to charge up to 4 energy cards for our Steam Crush, because we have a lot of energy cards in this deck. So instead of having a lot of our Trumbeak cards and a lot of Scoop Up Nets, we trade those cards for energy cards, because if we have a lot of the energy cards in the deck, if you have 22 it's better, but we only have 21 in this deck. If we have a lot of energy cards in the deck, it increases our chance of drawing out, of revealing energy cards on the top 3 cards of our deck, essentially allowing us to attach more energy cards with our Charging Trumpet. If you have a lot of Charging Trumpet, if you have a lot of Trumbeaks and a lot of Scoop Up Nets, you're gonna have to evolve a lot of times before you get to use its ability to attach energy cards, before you get energy cards from those top 3 cards of your deck. Or you can even add Oranguru in this deck. Oranguru, Primate Wisdom, if you have energy cards in your hand, extra energy cards in your hand, after using your Welder, you get to use your Oranguru to put that energy on the top of your deck, and then use Trumbeak to attach that energy onto your Torkoal V. So Oranguru actually promises you an extra energy card with your Charging Trumpet ability. So Oranguru might be a good card to add. I've tried it, I don't like it, that is why I don't have Oranguru in this deck. So instead of having Oranguru, I have Toucannon. The reason Toucannon is there is mainly to fight Altaria and Decidueye. So if they have Altaria, Decidueye in their deck, then this deck is very, very weak because we are relying fully on Torkoal V. Torkoal V does Steam Crush to discard their energy cards. It does not do any damage to their Altaria, does not do any damage to their Decidueye. So that is why we need Toucannon in this deck. Toucannon allow us to knock out Decidueye or Altaria for 160 damage for 1 hit. So that's how powerful Loop Cannon is, but you have to put 2 energy cards back into your hand. That is not a big deal because we have Welders, we get to recharge it fast, we even have Charging Trumpet. It's only 3 energy costs, we don't need to worry too much about Loop Cannon, about doing a back-to-back Loop Cannon attack with our Toucannon. But it is only 150 HP, and we have only 2 Toucannon in this deck. We only have 2 of this card in this deck, so we need to use it sparingly. And you know, if they play a full Altaria, full Decidueye deck, then we need to be very careful because this is the only card that we get to attack with. So it's very, very important to know that if they play those cards, you need to be super careful because we can't be relying on Torkoal V anymore. So the main strong point of this deck, if they are not playing Altaria Decidueye, is our Torkoal V, Steam Crush, and Crushing Hammer. So Crushing Hammer, Steam Crush allow us to cut off their energy supply as fast as we can and discard their energy turn after turn over and over and over again until they run out of energy cards, until they can't attack, or until they have to find a way to recycle their energy cards and waste those recycling cards. So that is how powerful this deck is. We are trying to stall them as much as we can and then do damage while we stall them so that we get to slowly knock them out and then prevent them from attacking us, because if they don't have energy cards, they can't do anything. So Crushing Hammer, obviously you have to flip a coin for it. It's not that it's not a surefire thing, but we have our Sordward and Shielbert to recycle that card, retrieve our Crushing Hammer if they let us. If they don't let us retrieve that card, if your opponent chooses not to, then you get to draw 3 cards. So drawing cards is a good deal for this deck because we have very few supporter cards in this deck, only 9 including our Dedenne-GXs. So it's better to have a total of 12 or 13 of those cards to be able to draw the right cards into your hand or shuffle your hand or something like that, like Bruno, Marnie, Bird Keeper, or things like that, you know, supporter cards. Whereas our Dedenne-GX's Crobat V, things like that. Krigatune V as well. So we only have 9 for this deck is because we need the space for our basic fire energy cards, and we don't really need to do much for this deck. All we need to do is set up our Pikipeks and evolve our Trumbeak, then get out our Torkoal V, switch it into the active spot, then attack with Steam Crush. That's all we need to do. So all we need to do is set up with Sonia, Quick Ball. That's why we have 3 Sonias and 3 Quick Balls in this deck. Evolve as fast as we can so that we get to attach energy, and then Welder. That's all we need to do. So Welder is the main supporter card for this deck. We don't have Pokegears, so in the event that we don't get a Welder on our hand, we have to rely on our Trumbeak to charge energies. So sometimes I may not have Welders in my hand even, and all I need to do when I don't have that is I need to set up my Pikipeks, 2 Pikipeks on my bench on that turn early on in the game, and then on the next turn all I need to do is evolve 2 Trumbeaks and then charge up to 3 energy cards to my Torkoal V with an extra energy from my hand. Then I'm good to go for a Steam Crush to discard 2 energy cards from my opponent's active Pokemon. So that's how powerful your Trumbeak card is. That's how fast this ability is. So that's all for the supporter card. We also have 2 Evolution Incense and 2 Pokemon Communications to get out our evolution cards and any other cards. Pokemon Communication is very flexible in that sense, but it's better to have more Pokemon cards in your deck if you are playing a Pokemon Communication. We only have 13 Pokemon cards in this deck, so it's better to have only 1 or 2 if you are playing that few Pokemon cards, you know, because you're very likely to put it into play or have no other Pokemon cards in your hand if you have a Pokemon Communication as well. So it's better to have other cards if you are playing very few Pokemon cards in your deck. But the reason I like this card is because you get to switch it for any other Pokemon cards. Whereas with Level Ball, Quick Ball, Evolution Incense, you only get to get a specific Pokemon card. So Level Ball, you don't get to draw your Torkoal V, you don't get to draw your Dedenne. Quick Ball, you don't get to draw your Toucannon, you don't get to get your Trumbeak, and Evolution Incense, you don't get to get your basic Pokemons. So, and another important thing about this deck is to evolve your Trumbeak before you use your Welder, because that way you get to increase the chances of you getting energy cards at the top 3 cards of your deck. Because if you use your Welder first, you may draw out energy cards, then that's actually reducing the energy card count in your deck. So also, if you have cards that you to thin out your deck, for example, if you use your Sonia or your item cards to draw out non-energy cards from your deck, you're actually thinning your deck out of non-energy cards. So you're actually reducing the number of non-energy cards from your deck, essentially increasing the chance of you attaching energy with your charging trumpet. So that's something to note. It's just a side note, not a very important thing. Sometimes you may not need to thin out our deck because, you know, it's actually pointless to be using a Sonia just to thin out your deck. It's actually better to use other supporter cards if you have them at hand. So just an important thing to note is to evolve first before you draw cards into your hand. So we also have 2 boss order. Boss order, as I said, is very important because you get to draw out the right cards, target the right Pokemon cards to discard energies from them. Obviously, Torkoal V is not very powerful because it's only 210 HP. We don't have Cape of Toughness, no Big Charms, and no Weakness Guard energy. That means they can knock it out very easily. If they are Water type, they can knock it out with 1 hit. If they are Tag Team VMAX, they can knock it out with 1 hit. So how do we prevent that is to use Steam Crush very early on in the game and target the right Pokemon cards so that they don't get to attack turn after turn. If we discard energy every turn, they don't get to attack. And if they don't knock out Torkoal V with 1 hit, then they are in trouble because we are going to discard over and over and over again. If they pass the turn too many times, we even get to accumulate the damage. Obviously, Steam Crush doesn't do a lot of damage, only 120. They get to heal that damage as well because we're definitely not going to be able to knock out with 1 hit. Not going to be able to 1 hit knock out a VMAX or Tag Team Pokemon unless they are a Leaf type. So Steam Crush is actually a weak attack is what I'm trying to say. But if they don't do anything, if they pass the turn way too many times, if they waste too many turns, we are going to be able to knock it out by accumulating those damage. So that's how powerful your Torkoal V is, and you know, that's the downside, the upside and downsides of it. So the full deck list is as shown on the screen. If you want to look at the numbers, just rewind to this part of the video, pause, and look at the numbers. So the full deck list is here, but I just found out about this copy deck list copy feature, so I might just copy it and put it in the description. So if you want to check out the full deck list, you can go to the description and I'll just put it there as well. So before this, I didn't know about that feature, so that's why I didn't put the full deck list in my description. So bear with me. So today's music will be epic style music, no copyright music from The Alien Wolf and Infraction. So those 2 channels feature good no copyright music. If you want to use them in your videos, you can as well. So today's style is epic style background music. Hope you guys enjoy the music, and let's go for gameplay now with our Crushing Heat deck. With the Torkoal V, Steam Crush, and a lot of Crushing Hammers with Sordward and Shielbert as well. It's better to have more Sordward and Shielbert because we get to recycle our Crushing Hammer more times if they let us, or draw more cards. But I prefer to have Professor's Research because that way you get to draw 7 cards into your hand. We just drew like 6 energy cards into our hand. That's not a good thing because that means we have very few energy cards in our deck left. Charging Trumpet is not going to have a high chance anymore. We draw another energy. We better be drawing a supporter card. So they are using a Cherrim deck. Probably a Cherrim Maractus. Full leaf deck. Kricketune as well. Grass type. Bug type. Maractus. No Maractus yet. 4 cards. That's very risky. Oh, but they have a Kricketune. They get to draw for... they didn't. Why didn't they? 1-0 turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards. If it's the exit spot, you may draw cards until you have 4 cards into your hand. So they actually forgot to use their exciting stage. That was silly. You can't use more than 1 exciting stage ability per turn. But you can use it on your first turn though. They didn't say anything about the first turn. Crobat V, Primate Wisdom, Maractus. One last spot for Maractus. They better be having a Maractus. They need to evolve. They can't use Dedenne anymore unless they scoop up something. So that's how annoying the Maractus deck is. If you're playing a Maractus deck, it's very tricky to get out your energy cards because you're gonna have to play a lot of Crobat Vs and Dedennes and Professor's Research to draw out your energy cards to be able to charge up your Maractus. Otherwise, you can't use your ability. You know, the ability doesn't do much. Spring Bloom. As often as you like, you may attach a grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon that does not have a rule box. No Pokemon V, no Pokemon GXs. No Prism Star as well. Or EX. So they are not playing that. Oh, they are playing a Golisopod. So if we play a lot of Vs and GXs, we actually get hit by a lot of damage because they only need a twin. 50 extra damage for each I can't remember, for each V cards and GXs you have in play, right? So we don't need a Quick Ball anyways. I mean, if we discard all our fire energy, that would be bad. It's better to discard that. I'm not sure really. We have a really bad hand actually. But we don't really need to do much. They can't really attack much right now. 160 can't even knock us out. So they're trying to knock out our Pikipek. And they're weak towards fire type, so that's actually an advantage on our side. They should have used exciting stage first, but they have 4 cards in their hand, so can't really do anything. They're not playing Maractus. That's actually surprising. They are playing a Golisopod. Cherrim Golisopod. But they have twin energy though. Like, why do you need a Cherrim if you're playing a twin energy? The second attack is, I think, Smash Turn or something. There's 150, 100 something damage, 100 plus damage. And you switch the Pokemon out of the active spot, if I'm not mistaken. So they Marnius, oh, that's actually really good. That's actually perfect for us. Unless we draw 0 energy, that would be bad. We need at least 1 or 2 energy. Oh, that's really good. If they knock out our Pikipek, that's still fine because we don't have any other Torkoal Vs to charge to use our ability with. So they're gonna knock us out now. So Smash Turn, there we go. 70 damage, only 70 for 3 energy costs. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Hard Time Slash does 80 damage, so they can knock out our Pikipek already. Unless they use another Escape Rope or Boss Order or something. They can't Boss Order. Exciting Stage. Maractus, there we go. They have both a Golisopod and a Maractus. That's actually smart. So we have to be careful of Maractus now. If we knock that out, they're gonna Dedenne or Crobat for more energy cards. For more cards in their hand. They can even Exciting Stages. Oh, they use Smash Turn. Oh my god. That's annoying. Okay, at least we get to do this and that. We're gonna discard from Maractus. Oh man. Oh well. We knocked out a Primate Wisdom. We knocked out something as well. Charabi, I think. Yep. We can actually knock out the Cricketune too. Probably gonna not do that. I mean, they're probably not gonna leave it in the active spot. Crobat V, Cherim, Golisopod, Maractus. 80 damage only. If we play a Dedenne, it becomes 130. If we play another Torkoal V, it becomes 180. So we do have to be careful of that one. Oh my gosh. Cherim. If they play another Dedenne, then we are done. Tails, 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 tails. Okay, that's good. Torkoal, come on. Oh my god. What? Are you serious? Looks like we're gonna have to prepare for our Toucannon. We're gonna have to rely on Toucannon now. Loop Cannon does a lot, so let's hope we get a Toucannon fast enough. Or a supporter card or something. Oh my god. This is really bad. Still no supporter card. Like, we have still no Dedenne as well. We should have used that quick ball for something. No Sonia even. If we get a Sonia, we can use a DD change. That's all we can do. 80 damage is not enough to knock it out as well. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. At least we get to save our Torkoal. I thought they can knock us out already. If they play a choice ban, a vitality ban, they can knock us out. Smash turn is actually very annoying because we can't discard its energy. Well, now we can. Let's hope we can. Oh, finally. Finally. Okay, I'm just gonna save the energy just in case we have a welder. We only need one more anyways. Only need one more for Loop Cannon. Okay, we got a Pokemon, that's good. That means we get to Dedenne for more cards, or we even get a Toucannon. Toucannon, energy cutoff. Loop Cannon first, then energy cutoff the next turn. Obviously that's not actually a smart idea because they can actually energy recycler retrieve their cards as well. One more energy retrieval. So they have very few cards left. Oh, that's bad for them. They just plays a Cramorat. They need a Scoop Up Net now, because all they can do is attack with their Golisopod. If they don't switch, if they don't use Smash Turn, we can actually knock it out. There we go, we can knock it out now. Finally, no more Golisopod. They could still have more in their deck though. All we need is 2 more prize cards, 2 more prize draws. So we actually got a Dedenne as well. Wow, that's super lucky. So we got Pokemon for Toucannon and a Dedenne. Oh, thank God we have a Toucannon. We have only 2 Toucannons in this deck, and we have 2 prize cards left. They may be in our prize card, that's what I'm afraid of. But thank God they weren't. And we actually still get to use a research. Let's use our Sonia for this and that. That actually increases their hard time slash, but oh well. It's only 130. Oh, they can't use it anymore. They're knocked out. My bad. They need like 2 turns to get another Golisopod. So Loop Cannon. Phew, that was close. Now they need a Maractus. We can use Energy Cutoff, and then if only we have a Welder. Oh, we can actually Trumbeak. Use another Trumbeak. So hopefully Trumbeak gets us energy cards. All we need is one more energy to charge up our Loop Cannon. But we can't even knock it out with Loop Cannon, so there's no point. They can't charge their Cramoran with Cherim because obviously Spring Bloom does not work for GXs, does not work for Vs. You need a Welder. You can't do Spit Shot. No. Not even Cramoran VMAX. Like why do they have this? Twin energy doesn't work. All they can do is attach a triple XL. So hopefully we get a Welder now, because we have 4 Welders and they still haven't shown up. They used Marnie. This is their second Marnie that they use on us. We better be drawing Welder and some energy cards, because we need our Torkoal now. We definitely need our Torkoal now. No Welder. Oh my god. Should we use our Loop Cannon or charge our Torkoal? Like, I'm pretty sure they are not familiar with this ability, because Spring Bloom doesn't allow you to attach it to your V cards. Okay, we got a Welder finally. Energy Cutoff. We can actually use Energy Cutoff. Oh, that was actually silly. That was quite silly. Oh well, let's just attach 2. We got another Welder though. Oh, I just broke my protocol. I should have evolved first. Oh, I couldn't evolve first. I welded for that. I drew out the Evolution Incense with the Welder, so I couldn't evolve first. So should we use Loop Cannon twice? That might actually be smart. We have a Welder anyways, so we can use Loop Cannon a second time to knock out the VMAX the next turn if they don't retreat. Because we can't knock it out with Steam Crush or Combustion Pillar unless we are lucky with Combustion Pillar. Toucannon actually helps us a lot. If they flip 2 hits though, we are done. But we get to discard their energy, so that's fine. They already attached that grass energy, so they can't attach triple XL anymore. They have a Glimwood Tangle. They can flip 2 heads. If they're lucky, they can flip 2 heads. If they're unlucky or fairly lucky, they flip 1 heads. Which is the fair deal, but life's not fair. They passed the turn without attacking. Oh, they couldn't attack. It's a 3 energy attack cost. Oh my gosh, and we won the game. Because they couldn't, they weren't familiar with the attack. So, well played. Thank you, you have a good deck. So, Loop Cannon for the win. Phew, that was close. Because we actually had to knock out a VMAX. We didn't have our boss order. We have to knock out a VMAX to draw that 1 prize card. That's a bit ridiculous. So let's go for our second game with the Crushing Heat deck. Torkoal V is actually, as I said, not very powerful, but if we discard energies at the right time, it can be super strong. They're playing a Kyurem. I'm not sure still how to pronounce that dragon's name. The Ice Dragon. The Ice Lightning or Ice Fire Dragon. Fusion. Kyurem Fusion. So we're gonna have to draw a few mulligans, them too I suppose. Oh no, not them, because they are choosing an active. Like, why are they taking so long? Well, we drew a Pikipek. At least we got a quick ball and a welder. So if we go second, that would be great. If we go first, they may just Barney us. Yep, we go second. That's really good. So we are up against a Urshifu VMAX. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Single strike Urshifu. Madness strike. So they even got a Tyranitar. All it needs is 2 single strike energies. They don't even need dark energy. Because if they play fighting, if they play dark energy, they're gonna have to have very few fighting energies left for Urshifu. So it's actually better to play single strike plus fighting energy, no dark energies. But single strike energy could wind up in their price card, so they're gonna have to prepare for that one. Let's hope we get something good with our welder. We got a Dedenne, I suppose. Yeah, let's just get a Dedenne. I want to get a Pikipek, but it might just be smarter to get a Dedenne. Okay, that's fine. We drew too many energy cards, but that's fine. It's always a gamble with this deck. If they don't evolve, they're done, but they probably are going to. They have Furious Anger as well. Scroll of Scorn. Oh my gosh, what are they gonna do? That's weird, because they have both the same. Oh, I can scoop it up though. If I have this in my active, I can scoop it up. So we can already knock out that Houndour because it's only 60 HP. Let's do that. And we can research the next turn. Let's prepare another Torkoal. Let's hope we discard an energy card and not something important. Or an item or something. Quick ball. Oh my god, we discarded our Trumbeak. We only have 3 Trumbeaks in this deck. Okay, at least we get to use Steam Crush now. They can only do 60 plus those extra damages. So 80 damage. They may even retreat to use Laser Focus. They can't actually, because they just attached a Capture. Boss Order again? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That was smart of them. So we can, oh, we can do that. Let's hope we get a Trumbeak. Evolution Incense or something. Oh, there we go, we got a Trumbeak. Let's attach first. Trumbeak. Charging Trumpet! No, nothing. Oh wow. We drew too many. Another Trumbeak! Oh my gosh, we discarded another Trumbeak. What? We have 1 Scoop Up Net, 1 last Charging Trumpet. But that's fine, we're fully charged anyways. So if they knock us out, we get to discard their energies. And they have no cards in their hand, so that's actually a good thing. Oh, they didn't use, they couldn't use Single Strike Crush. They have no, they need 2 dark energies. Wow. Wow, they couldn't use Single Strike Crush. Okay, so we're gonna do that one. Let's just remove that. There's no point having that anyways, because we only have 1 Scoop Up Net, 1 Scoop Up Net left, so there really is no point. Stone energy. Let's just discard the special energies. Doesn't matter what we discard, as long as we discard that Single Strike, because that's the dark energy they need to do their Cragalanche. Oh, they actually only need a fighting energy. Yeah, it really doesn't matter, because they have 1 fighting energy anyways. 3 fighting energies. We got a Welder, that's good. Furious Anger can actually knock us out. We only have 10 HP anyways, so that's fine. They knock us out, we knock them out. We got our oh my gosh, they discarded our last Torkoal. That is not good. Oh my god. Ay ay ay. Let's just prepare our Toucannon. Oh, we should have used... I forgot about Scoop Up Net. We should have used our Trumbeak first. Oh well. Oh, I wasted my charging. I wasted my Crushing Hammer. So many mistakes. Let's just evolve now. Get rid of another Toucannon. Steam Crush, because we don't want it to be discarding way too many other stuff. We don't have anything to discard anyways in our deck. Nothing useful anymore, probably. Like, seriously. They discarded our Torkoal, we discarded 2 Trumbeaks. We can't do anything anymore. If they use Laser Focus, we can still discard it though, but if they have a Houndoom, we're done. Single Strike Crush, Single Strike Blow, 1 blow, Gmax 1 blow. Impact Blow as well. Laser Focus. So that's how powerful this deck is. We discard 2 every turn, so they're gonna have to watch out for that. They have to rely on Tyranitar now. Well, actually, it might be smarter to rely on... Well, they can't knock us out. They can't knock us out with their Urshifu. They need Impact Blow. They can't evolve. We have 3 prize cards left. Sordward and Shielbert, or Welder. Let's Welder the next turn. Let's get a Sordward and Shielbert for either a discard or extra cards in our hands. They're probably gonna let us draw, but we got more energy cards anyways, so it's a win-win. Oh, they let us get the Crushing Hammer, because it's actually a coin flip, and there we go. We didn't flip our heads. Oh well. They took the gamble and they won. But they still need a lot of energies. They need a Houndoom, actually. All they need is a Houndoom and another energy to knock out our Torkoal. Well, they still can't knock it out though. 200 damage, not enough. They need 2 single strike energies. Pierre's. Oh, Pierre's for Houndoom, that's smart. Pierre's for single strike as well. Or Stone Energy, wow. That's actually a good card to add in your Urshifu VMAX deck. A golden single strike energy. So they have 3 left in their deck. They didn't knock us out because they can't. And they haven't evolved. So we're gonna charge up our Toucannon because that's our last card. The last card that we can attack with. We have no more Torkoals, no more Trumbeaks, no more Toucannons. So we're gonna save that. We're not gonna be stupid. I've been stupid many times. I keep using Crushing Hammer whenever I can, just because it just turns up randomly in my hand. So it's smarter. We even have a boss order. We can actually knock out a Houndoom now. It's smarter to save your Crushing Hammers when you can, to only use it when you need to. Houndoom 130. We can knock it out with 160. They are done. We need an energy for retreat though. If they boss order something. Phew, that was close. Because Urshifu VMAX decks are mad. Like they are super fast. If they get their Houndoom fast enough. They didn't set up properly though. They didn't get their Houndours in time. They didn't get their Houndooms in time. And that was the reason they lost this game. Because they didn't charge it fast enough. We discard faster than they charge. So let's just show off a little bit. Use a boss order. Oh, they just let us win. So Loop Cannon 160 knocks out a Houndoom, knocks out a Houndour, and for the win, because we only have 1 prize cards left. So that is all for this deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It is called the Crushing Heat deck, featuring our Torkoal V from Sword and Shield with Steam Crush attack, doing 120 damage for 4 energy costs and discarding 2 energies from your opponent's active Pokemon. We are also playing 4 Crushing Hammers and 1 Sordward Shielbert to recycle the Crushing Hammer, 4 Welders and 3 Trumbeaks. So 4 Welders, 3 Trumbeaks, and 1 Scoop Up Net to recycle that Charging Trumpet ability. Charging Trumpet allows us to look at the top 3 cards of our deck, attach any number of basic energy cards we find there to our Pokemon in any way we like, and we have 21 basic fire energy cards in this deck. That is why Charging Trumpet is so powerful for this deck, because we are relying on chance. We are not having Primate Wisdom in this deck. We are relying on chance for those fire energy to wind up in the top 3 cards of our deck, so that we get to charge at least 1 or 2 extra energy to do our Steam Crush with Welder. So if we have Welder, it's already 3 energies. All we need is an extra energy, and if we have 2 energies, if we get to charge with 2 energies with our Charging Trumpet, we get to prepare our second Torkoal. So that's how powerful the Trumbeak card is. We can even use Toucannon, stage 2 Pokemon obviously is a stage 2, and we only have 2 cards, but you can attack with your Toucannon as well to cut off their energy and to also deal 160 damage. Loop Cannon can knock out any other stage 2 Pokemons unless they are a high HP stage 2. Obviously a Colossal from Battle Styles is 180 damage, 180 HP, and a V card is more than 160, but Loop Cannon is quite powerful because it's only 3 energy cost. But you do have to put 2 energy cards back into your hand. You have to be aware of that. And we can just Welder, we can get around that with another Trumbeak or another Welder, but it's important to know that we only have 3 Trumbeaks and 1 Scoop Up Net for this deck. The reason for that is we need other cards. Other cards are more important. We are not relying so much on this card. Only 2 Charging Trumpet is enough. All we need is 2 Charging Trumpet ability to set our ground running, to set off the game, because our Torkoal doesn't need much to start with. All it needs is 1 or 2 Charging Trumpets to speed charge it until it has 4 energies, and then we are good to go. All we need to do after that is to prepare our next Torkoal, because it would be very easy after that, because we are going to be able to stall them a lot. We are going to be able to discard a lot of their energies with Crushing Hammers as well. So that is how powerful this deck is. The only downside to this deck is that it does very little damage, and you have very few supporter cards in this deck. So we only have 7 supporter cards plus 2 Dedenne-GXs to draw out the right cards. So that is very risky, because we are relying on them to turn up by chance. We are relying on our item cards to turn up by chance. So that is actually very risky. We have 4 Welders, 1 Sordward Shielbert, and 2 Professor's Research, and that is it. We have 3 Marnies and 3 Quick Balls to set up those. So those cards allow us to set up our Pokemons fast, and really this is all this deck needs. The only main important thing about this deck is to evolve fast, charge your energy fast, use the ability fast, so that you get to use your attack fast. You know, if you can do your Steam Crush within your second turn, then that's super amazing, because you're gonna be able to damage your opponent, and you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage to them by discarding 2 energies. That is a lot, and you do that every turn. And you get boss order in this deck as well. We have 2 boss orders. We get to target, as I keep saying, we get to target specific Pokemon that they charge on their bench ready to go, and we get to reset their energies. No energy on that Pokemon. They have to reset all over again. And if they use a Bolton though, if they have a Bolton V, then that's bad because they get to recharge their Pokemon very fast. We can't knock out a Bolton with 1 hit, we have to knock it out with 2 hits. If they have a Mellow and Lana, that's better for us. So that's that's the upsides and downsides for this deck. Hope you enjoyed our Crushing Heat flavor. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or helpful in any way. Please leave any comments in the comment section below. Check out the description for the full deck list or any other PTCGO info. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a nice day. Keep playing. Keep perfecting your strategy. Keep testing out new decks. Building your own version of powerful decks. Even if you go for meta decks, make sure you add cards of your own. Make it more powerful. What can you do to make it more powerful, more versatile? That can target a wider range of opponents. So that's how you become the best player, by making things better and better, thinking of new strategies, adding new cards, going for a lot of gameplays and testing out, experimenting a lot, going for a lot of experiments. That's how you make the best deck ever. So that's all for this time. Hope you guys have fun, and we'll see you in the next one. Smashing Strike Style! Bye guys!